welcome. My name's Chanel and this is my YouTube channel about all my crafting adventures, knitting, crocheting and any crafty thing that I'm up to. Today I've got knitting and knitting and crocheting to share with you. I've got some acquisitions, I've got some finished objects and I've got a works in progress as well. So let's get started. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Mama of Yarn. Today is April, no it's not, it's May. Whew, where's the year going? May 3rd, it's a little after 11 and I've finally got some time to sit down with you. So I've got three finished objects, let's call it another finished object, so 4 finished objects to talk to you. First of all, let's show you, I have finished my Garter cardigan by Stephen West. I haven't blocked it yet, as you can see. We're a little bit curly, that ribbon needs to be blocked out a bit, but once it's been blocked, it will look stunning. Let's see if I slip it on, I can show you. Oh, it's so comfortable, it's so squishy. So I opted not to put any buttons down the ribbon because I have no plans whatsoever to do the cardigan up. It's just going to be throw on, get cozy, wrap up. Ooh. Let's stand up to show you. Did it just about, well, you can't really see, just about hip length. I've got obviously to block. There it is. Oh, it's absolutely stunning. So pleased with it. So let's take it off and talk to you about it. I knit the size 3. It's knit out of Holst Garn yarn. As you can see, I used 5 colours. This was the flannel grey, it's a fingering weight, if you don't know, a fingering weight cardigan by Stephen West, but it's held double, so it's a double knit thickness. I used some flannel grey. The dark grey was I believe it's charcoal or slate grey. Then we've got peony, magenta and aubergine. It was knit on size 7s, I believe, US size 7s, 4.5 millimeter. And it is absolutely, I didn't make any adjustment, no, I made no adjustments for the sleeves other than, I believe I did 9 decreases. I didn't do the last couple of decreases and just knit straight for a bit. Beautiful I-cord finish on the hems of everything, which gives it that nice rolled, not rolled, but a nice finish, other than just if you were to cast off. Let's have a look. Let's have a look if we got some details. In the end, it weighed 668 grams. That was 3,300 yards, which is fantastic because it was all done out of scrap yarn. Scraps. Yarn left over from shawls that I had knitted for the last couple of years, but I can highly recommend this pattern. It was an absolute pleasure to knit. I haven't said, but all project details, all patterns, project details, yarns, designers, anything that I talk about will all be put down in the description box below with links. All you need to do is just click on the link and it will take you to the page, just so you can have a look if you want any more information about any of my projects or patterns, etc., everything will be down below. Absolute pleasure to knit. I haven't really got much else to say. Obviously, I've been talking about it quite a lot in the last few podcasts. Oh, the squish. She's going to take a little while to dry, I think, because it's quite thick, but we've got some nice weather coming, so I'll be able to do that. Oh, look at those colours. Look at that marlin. It's absolute pleasure. Oh, it's a shame it's finished, really, but I can do something else now, can't I? A big project. So that was my first finished object. My second finished object are my Desert Vista Dyeworks socks. So I've finally got those. These were April socks. Finally got those off the needles. Look at those colours. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The only issue I had, which wasn't really an issue at all, my gauge was slightly different. I don't know whether you can tell. Oh, here. This one was a lot looser than this one. And because of that, when it came to doing the heels, they were fine. Oop, let's hold them. Up until there, matching, and then not matching. For some reason, well, not some reason, we all have this, don't we? Depending on how you're feeling on particular days, whether you're tired, your gauge can change so much from a day to day, even from an hour to hour basis. And obviously with these, my gauge had changed, so the heel was knit slightly different. But then, as you can see, it corrected itself. Who knows? Who knows? Beautiful, beautiful colourway. So knit on 2.25mm chow goose. I did a 2x2 rib for 20 rounds, 60 round leg as always, slip stitch heel, flap and gusset. I believe these were 60 in the foot, rounded toe. 64 stitches. Not much else to say about that. So April's socks were all finished and put into the cow, ready for May's, which I haven't cast on yet because I got some new yarn and I want to show you before deciding on what colourway to use for May. But there they are. Not much else to say about those. 64 stitches, 2x2, 60, heel flap, slip stitch, 60. I wear a US, I believe it's a size 5, I want to say, a UK 3, a Europe 36, I believe, 35 and a half, 36. So I have got a smaller foot, and sometimes 60 is too long, depending on the thickness. Some fingering weight yarns are very thick and plumpy, so sometimes I can get away with just a 50 row foot. And that's those. Beautiful. So happy with them. I'm loving doing this cow. Absolutely loving. It's making me knit a pair every single month, and I haven't worn any. What I'm going to do is collect them all, and then next year, at the end of the year, wear them next year. Perfect. So that, did I say Desert Vista Dyeworks? I believe I did. That was finished object number 2. Finished object number 3 was a crochet test for, let me get this right, I don't want to get it wrong, just pull it up here, excuse me, sorry. Stardust Gold Crochet on Instagram, and they were pot holders. So there's 2 there. They're called gingham plaid pot holders. They were crocheted on a size 4, No, excuse me. Yes, I believe it was a size 4. Crochet hook, 3 yarns. I used paint box Aran, that's it, 100% cotton. Excuse me, it might even have been a size 5, depending on gauge. Beautiful little pattern. You knit square, finish with a border. They take no time at all. I've woven in my ends, I just haven't trimmed them yet. You could even use them as a washcloth, couldn't you? Although they're a little bit thick for a washcloth. What else can I say about that? Not a lot. Pattern is released, I believe, next week. I will keep you all updated on the release. It is like a mosaic. Oh my goodness, what am I trying to say? Mosaic stitch, where you carry your yarn through, and you do have quite a few ends because you have to snip, because obviously, well, unless you know how to carry up, I prefer to snip. But there they are. Really quick, simple little crochet project. An hour maybe each. But that was a pleasure to test. Found no issues. They'd be perfect just as like little pot holders to put, or even like little bars of soap or something when you've washed your hands. Everything linked down below. Not much else. Not much else. Beautiful little, beautiful. Talking of test knits, a couple of people have asked where I find my patterns to test knit. I use Yarn Pond. Let me just go home. If you go onto Yarn, can't really show you. It's glaring too much, is it? Yeah. If you go to yarnpond.com, create a little profile of yourself. There's a section called Open Calls. If you click on that, it lists everything that people are looking for pattern testers for, and you can apply via there. Lots of little things. I've had 3, I was going to say 2, but no, 3 pattern tests now, and I've only joined, I think I joined last month. So I had my shawl last month. I've got the little crochet pot holders and my works in progress, which is a sock to talk about, and that was also found on there. But before we talk about whips, here's my, is it a finished object? Is it not? I'm calling it a finished object. It just needs a few little finishing touches. But here she is, Rainbow Bright. This is a pattern test also, and her little friend, Twink. I'll show you Twink in a minute. He is 100% finished. So all I have got left to do on her is curl her hair. She needs a little star on her bow, a little star on her cheek, and a little rainbow on her tummy. Oh, and a couple of little stars on her cuffs. But look how cute is she? Do you all, oh, and I need to give her a little bit of rouge. Do you all remember Rainbow Bright? I do. But then I'm a lot older than I look. Oh, she's so cute. So, excuse me. I want to tell you the name right, and I always get the name wrong. It's Mama. It's Melanie, I know that, but I can't remember her Instagram name. Mama's Creations Crochet on Instagram. And it's Twink, here's Twink. He's got a little pouch on his belt, a little star. Oh, he is so cute. Look at these little stars. So this is a pattern test I'm in the process of doing. I believe the pattern is coming out in a couple of weeks. I will give you an update on that. She is knit out of Aran yarn, Aran weight yarn. The pattern suggests Super Saver Red Heart. Again, I used paint box, 100% acrylic, not 9-inch, that would be ridiculous. 9mm, or I think it's 15mm for the eyes, safety eyes. Worsted weight yarn, 4mm hook. Everything's listed in the pattern for you. Found no issues with the pattern at all. Extremely easy to crochet and follow. Oh, she's so cute. She'll just go into my collection of test crochets for Melanie. I absolutely love testing her patterns. They are such a pleasure and always make me smile. Look at him. He is so cute. Hardly any yarn. Well, I say any yarn. Let's have a, I haven't noted it down yet because I haven't finished measuring for the hair. So cute, look. So Twink, he uses oval safety eyes, or obviously if you have issues or you're wanting to gift to small children, never use the safety eyes. As a safety precaution, always just sew little eyes in. But she's so cute. And that is my last finished object. Not much else to say about that, obviously, because it is a pattern test. I feel like I was a bit all over the place today. Haven't really got much else to say, have I, really? Because they're pattern tests, I can't really give much information out at the moment because the patterns haven't been released. Yeah, so finished objects all done. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for the last 2 weeks. So wow, I have been busy. Works in progress, just one at the moment. This is also a pattern test for Lise. I believe it's, excuse me, I'm just going to pull it up here because I don't want to get it wrong. Liz Cork Knits on Instagram, so go check out her page. These are, and it is crazy because as you know, I am always cuffed down on my socks, but this is a pattern test, so you have to follow the instructions, make sure everything works perfectly. It's a toe-up sock. So this, for a start, this is my yarn that I'm using, Flea Buds by Layla. It's the colorways Botanicals, a Superwash Merino Nylon blend, and oh, look at it. It is a beautiful, almost like creamy, yeah, I'd say creamy base with all these beautiful coloured speckles and blips, and oh, it's so beautiful and stunning, so delicate. And this is how it knits up in stockinette. Look at all those, it's almost like a watercolour, isn't it? All those beautiful different colours. Stunning. So this is a toe-up pattern for a sock with some beautiful lace detailing. It's very difficult to show up on the camera, I'm afraid. Maybe I used the wrong, excuse me, the wrong yarn, but if I was to put it on a blocker, you'd be able to see it beautifully. But because it's toe up, I can't get it on my blocker. It's so frustrating. And I don't really want to, excuse me. You could knit this obviously on magic loop and then I'd be able to slide it on the blocker easy, but as you know, I love a 9-inch. So can't really disclose too much. Again, pattern test. What a nightmare of an episode this is. Not slip stitch, sorry, heel of partridge. Is it heel of partridge? Is that eagle part? No. Yeah. Anyway. Beautiful heel there. German short rows for getting that gusset in and the turn. It's on a 2. Oh, there you are. Look at that. It's on a 2.2. No, it's not. It's on a 2.5, which is a 1.5 US, isn't it? Let me check. Yes, so a 1.5 US, 2.5 millimeter, and this is as far as I've got so far. I've gone for the medium size. There's 4 sizes to the pattern: small, medium, large, and extra large. And this, I believe, is also coming out in the next couple of weeks. I've got a deadline of the 16th of May. No issues whatsoever, although I feel like I've knit that so long. I'm gonna have to try it on when it's finished. Yeah, no issues to meet the deadline for this, because this sock is nearly done. I'm working on the leg now. What else can I tell you about the cast on? Yeah, so obviously toe up cast on can be a bit tricky, but there's plenty of tutorials out there on YouTube to follow. I'll have to do a Jenny's stretchy bind off on the cuff, making sure not to have it too tight. And again, absolute pleasure. The pattern is written beautifully. Definitely no issues for people to be able to follow it. It's charted and written. Excuse me. So, sorry, just gone in a little dreamy world looking at all of that. Charted and written, so if you have issues reading the chart, you've got the written pattern. Likewise, if you can't fully understand the written pattern, which you won't have issues with, it's very, very clear and concise, but you have got the chart if you prefer to knit with the chart. That's coming out, I believe, May 16th. Again, we'll keep you posted. Everything will be linked down below. And that's all the projects today. I have got my blanket still on the go, my memories blanket. There's no point me showing you that. I've only done a couple of squares. I've got my Felici socks. But in terms of big projects, knitting wise, nothing else on the needles. So throw me some of those big, gorgeous, meaty, get tucked in, right tuck in projects. I would love to get one of those on the needles again. I'm going to start focusing back on with my crocheted blankets because I haven't worked on those for a while. And that's all the projects. So I have got lots of acquisitions, lots. But before that, how are you all? Are you all well? I hope you're all well. I'm sending you all my well wishes. I hope that you are relaxed and enjoying your weeks and things. And let's get into the really naughty acquisitions. Let's pull them all over here. So in the last 2 weeks, my Sock and Key Club by the Yarn Whisperer arrived. This one, is that upside down? Yes. Is called the Animal Key. There's the little progress keeper. Oh, it's so cute. And here it was the Animal Key, yeah. And here they are. Look at all of those colours. Greens. Let's look at the main one. Greens, browns, tans, beautiful. And oh, look at that, mustardy yellow, lovely. So, oh, excuse me. As always, 100 grams main colour, Corridale, and then I believe Corridale sock, yeah, 80-20 Corridale, and then you've got the 20 gram mini. Beautiful colours, stunning, look at that. Oh, I'm gonna have to start a project soon with all of these. I might take a picture of them all together just to get some inspiration from all the colours. But so that was my first, oh, excuse me, first acquisition. Then, oops, Desert Vista Dye Works. But obviously I needed these to finish the year through. That's what I'm telling myself. So the first one is Sleeping Somebody. Sorry, not somebody, Zombody. That's on the Vista base. I believe these are 75-25. Yeah. Fingering weight. Look at those colours. Oh. I don't know whether to do this one next. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Then we've got Cinder Zombody. Look at all of those. Exactly the same Vista base. Oh, so pretty. Look at these. So these are of Disney inspired Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty zombies. Beautiful. And then whilst I was looking at those, this popped in my basket as well. Cherry Blossoms Watercolour. And my daughter is absolutely obsessed with Japanese cherry blossom. So because of that, it had to go in the basket. It's going to make some beautiful socks for her. And those, let's do it that way. Look at those. Oh, oh, they smell gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And I didn't stop there. Do not tell my husband. Not that he would mind, but then Hannah of Corner of Craft, Chromatic Yarns, did a shop update, and oh, it's all about the minis. Couldn't help myself. So this is the Sturdy Sock mini set. It's called the DM's Library Collection. There it is. 75-25. You get 2, 4, 5 20-gram minis, and look at the richness of these colourways. Oh my goodness me. I cannot wait to make something out of these. They are gorgeous. Again, oh, they smell good too. That was the first set. Oh my goodness me, look at these. And this was the second set I bought. So this is the Resistance collection. Again, Sturdy Sock, 75-25. Oh, look at those richnesses in those colours. Oh gosh, I think this might be my favourite one here. Look at that. Oh. And then these ones with the teals and the greens, purples. Oh my goodness me. This one is slightly different. This one you get 6 20-gram minis. Oh my goodness me. I'm obsessed. Look at that. Those mustards and corals. Let's squish them all together. Doesn't do it justice like that, does it? Look at them all. Oh, I don't know what else to say about them other than I just want to look at them. I have no idea what I'm making out of them. I don't even know what to do. I just want to look at, oh my goodness, look at this. Look at the richness in that. So Hannah's page will be linked down below as well. Her yarn is beautiful. I knit my creme brulee socks out of her yarn and it was just stunning. It was so soft. Oh, look at that. And that was my last acquisition. Never mind. As I said before, I think I've said it before, some months you splurge, some months you don't splurge. So let's just do a quick monthly wrap up for April in case people are interested. So in April, coming in, I had in the end 640 grams of yarn coming in. Not bad, really. Last month I had 240, a little bit more. But I used 1,078 grams. So even though I had 600 odd coming in, 1,000 went out, which is good. So actually, I don't mind. Total projects, I knit 5 projects, or crocheted 5 projects in April. 2 pairs of socks, 1 shawl, 1 sweater, and these little pot holders. So that wasn't too bad at all. And I did 2 tests, 2 pattern tests. So all in all, not a bad month really. So how are all your projects and stats going? Are you doing any stats? I just out of curiosity wanted to note how many grams were leaving the house and coming in, because I had a little personal goal this year, excuse me, of reducing my stash. So I'm hoping to continue through the year with that. I am at present, let's have a look. Let's go to the yearly spreadsheet. At present, this year, so far, I have removed 1,331 grams from stash, which is perfect, absolutely perfect. So throughout this year so far, I've purchased, this is shocking, 2,645 grams worth of yarn, but I have used this year 3,976 grams. So all in all, I'm using more than what's coming in, which is fine. Fine. Not much else to tell you really. Goals for this week, or the next 2 weeks, finish the pattern test for the socks, crack on with some blankets, get something new on the needles, get my May Desert Vista Dye Works socks on the needles. Ooh, on that note, what one? Or should I just use one that's already in stash? I don't think so. I think it's going to be this one. Sleeping Somebody. Yep, decided. Oh, I've decided it's going to be this one. So I'm going to cake that up later today, get that on the needles, and yes, not much else to say. Just plodding along as we always do. I hope you're all well. I want to say a huge thank you if you're still here watching. Thank you for spending some time with me today. I hope you enjoyed looking at my projects and my little finished objects and things. I wish you all well. I hope you have a wonderful week, and until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye.